Hello everyone, welcome back to the Forest Job. Today we're taking on Manchester United in the Premier League. We're at home, hopefully we can get a result. Before we talk about that result though, I want to talk about a couple of results that have just gone. I'll have a quick look in the schedule so you can see them in print. The first one, a really fortunate 3-2 win against Chelsea. Let's take you to those highlights now. Well, we got off to a pretty poor start with Tammy Abraham punishing some really lax defending. Poor passing in and around the area, he grabs hold of the ball and just whacks it home past the despairing Samba. Not really too much to be done about that other than not giving them the opportunity in the first place. And that is something that we've now learned and hopefully aren't going to fall foul of again. Unfortunately, something we did fall foul of again was the finishing of Tammy Abraham. His second goal inside 25 minutes. Headed far post, nothing the goalkeeper could do about it, but Tammy Abraham was a player that we had to be very much aware of. We kept on going as we were before, we just tried to tighten things up at the back and we fashioned ourselves a number of chances before letting Timo Werner through for what could have been a very punishing third goal, but Samba managing to come to our rescue in that instance, outstretched left hand, clawing the ball away, before a booking for Harrington, which really curtailed his game. This was our first goal to get ourselves back into it. Lovely play between the front three. Guerrero ending up on the ball and stroking it into the bottom right-hand corner past the keeper. Mendy really not much chance there. Then Mason Mount getting a chance from a free kick just outside the area, which we just managed to scramble past. Then the moment that had my heart in my mouth, Jethro Willems getting a shot in on goal, and then the rebound, which unfortunately he just skied over, tried to put too much on it, and then Arcas with a free kick, which unfortunately took a deflection before spinning into the hands of the awaiting Mendy. All of the pace and sting taken off of that effort. The next goal in the game was another for Guerrero, assisted this time by Joe Lolly. A lovely combination of headers, 3 headers in a row, which completely dumbfounded the Chelsea team and ended up giving us our equaliser, and much deserved equaliser, it has to be said. Then Christian Pulisic in injury time had the chance to win it for Chelsea, all the time in the world, and somehow managed to put it wide. And then, seemingly out of nothing, Jethro Willems able to shimmy past his man, put a low cross into the box, and there was Raul Centurion to apply the finish in the 95th minute of the game. 1 minute over regulation stoppage time. 4 minutes were indicated, 6 minutes were played, and for once it was my team that managed to benefit from the extra stoppage time. So there you go, that's the match that was the game against Chelsea, which we ended up winning 3-2. It definitely felt as though we weren't going to go anywhere near winning the game, but somehow we managed it nonetheless. Well, thanks for that pass, Dave. Now on to the game against Crystal Palace. Let's have a quick look at what took place during that game. The other game saw us dominate the proceedings against Crystal Palace, but unfortunately we just weren't quite able to hang on to an early lead. We'll show you the highlights right now. And as they load up, we get past the kickoff. We'll see that it was an early, well, not really early, but still, we were the first team to strike. Good 1-2s between Centurion and Guerrero, resulting in Guerrero opening his account for the game. On the 21st minute, lovely little back heel by Centurion into Guerrero, and then the 1-2 with them again before finishing with the outside of the right foot. Centurion was then booked for a lunging tackle when he couldn't quite get his shots away. And then on the 42nd minute, there's a pleasing amount of symmetry there. Batshuayi able to ghost in at the far post to secure a point for his team after a cross from Wilfried Zaha. After that, we huffed, we puffed, we couldn't blow their house down despite many opportunities, including this lovely flighted through ball which Arcas couldn't quite reach. We just couldn't quite find that finishing touch, so that's how the game ended. In the end, it was 1 goal apiece. We'll just have a quick look at this Guerrero shot here, which I probably could have taken it down before taking the shot, but the defenders were in such close proximity. Cosgrove coming on later on, not getting too many starts at the moment, but he came on and very nearly added to his tally for the team. 2 opportunities to score there. The second really was the better of the 2, but that's how the game ended. 1 goal apiece and 1 point apiece, and that leads us into today's game against Manchester United. So there we have it. That's the 2 games that were played in your absence. Today, as I said, we're playing Manchester United, and as I am always want to say when playing against Man United, let's hope that we don't let 8 past. Let's have a quick look first at the negotiations, because we have issues in the team. We have some players that are in the final year of their contract. I shouldn't have allowed it to happen, but it has happened, including Bremer, who is now a starting regular in the team. I really don't want to lose him free, but I really don't want to lose him at all. So we're going to offer him another contract. He's on 16,470 at the moment. Going to renew the contract, and maybe we offered him 5 years last time. I'm going to offer him 3 years at nearly 30,000, because maybe it's the number of years that's the issue. That should do. Let's say okay for that. Nearly 30 grand for 3 years. Let's see what he says about that. Willems, we need to renew that contract as well. He's on 14,000. He's satisfied. Negotiations should go smoothly. 5 years, 14 grand. Let's give him 15,750, and let's give him another 3 years, because I don't think he's going to last that long, honestly, as much as I like the guy. Right, next up, who have we got? Well, Kabayi is in the last year of his contract, so let's have a look at what we can do with him. Again, he's satisfied. He only wants a 1-year deal. Maybe we can bump him to... we can't offer more than 2 years. Wonder why that is. Maybe he's going to be retiring soon. Okay, let's offer him a year at 4... Let's give him 15 grand, just to sweeten the pot slightly. And who is next? Well, Joe Lolly is in the last year of his deal. That being said, we've talked about the fact that he's a diminishing prospect, and he might be running out of time at the club. I'm going to hold off on offering him a new deal at the moment. Although, look at, it's really difficult to think about letting go of a player who's been with us for so long. Nonetheless, we move on. Else. Okay, Harrington is in the last year of his, so we're going to have to offer him a new deal. He's currently on 4,860, and I have tried offering him another contract before. Let's try 2 years at 13 grand, which is as much as I can offer him. He's not happy because he's not playing at the moment. Right, okay, that's all of the offers that we have to make at the moment. Mbeso is going to come back into the side and could potentially step in for Bremer if he ends up moving on. There's a few of our things. Okay, so Centurion is now the Prophet. Arcas has shown great promise of late, so he's probably going to get a boost in the arm stats-wise. And negotiations, we've been offered some money from New York City, but I don't want to sell to New York City because I don't want to sell him to anyone. Let's get into the game today. First of all, let's look at the game plan, and immediately we need to look at the bench because Daniel Fazzato should not be on the bench. Right, and everyone in the first team is looking pretty good. If Arcas has a good game, he's going to kick on big time, so we really want to try and make this game about him if we can. Newbell is not in the best of forms, so he did play for us last time out actually against Crystal Palace. Just didn't get on stream, so to speak. Samba's back in goal for us today. Frimpong played last time out as well and did okay for us, but Sifweek is back up to full stamina now, so he's going to play ahead of him. I'm actually going to throw Frimpong on the bench instead of Yuri Ribeiro. He can play left back if needed, so that gives us some cover there. McKenna is on the bench along with Haji and Harrington, Malejo, Hernandez and Niangbo. I'm tempted to throw Hernandez in for this one. Very much tempted to throw him in for this one. But Guerrero has played so well for us, and he's been scoring regularly, so God, let's give Guerrero another game, but we will bring Hernandez on at some point. Even if we have to change formation to 4-4-2, we will do that. Right, okay, off we go then against Manchester United. Should be an interesting game. We've had mixed fortunes against United in previous games. We won that game, one of our first games in the Premier League, thanks to that superb through ball from Jetro Willems from the left-back area. I'm sure you all remember it fondly. I'm sure I do. I'm certain that I do. As we applaud the crowd that have come to see the spectacle of today's game. Man United players all slapping flesh, and meanwhile you see some of our players just having a little bit of a conversation about how things are going to play out today. And Guerrero will kick off for Forest, playing it to Arcas, and it's going to be important that we hold on to the ball. First and foremost, possession of the football is going to be key for us today, as we give it away immediately. And here's Edinson Cavani out to Pogba, who's playing slightly further over to the left than you would expect to see him. Cavani's through on goal already. Bremer in attendance, manages to hold his man off. And Kabayi, good positioning over the top for Guerrero, who might be through here. No, it's just a little bit too long. And Henderson picks it up and looks for an out ball, eventually finding Luke Shaw out on the left-hand side, the left-back who has had a bit of a tumultuous career at Manchester United so far, I think it's fair to say. Under Jose Mourinho, he didn't exactly set the world on fire, but I don't know if that was necessarily his fault so much as just how circumstances ended up playing out, as Worrell picks up the ball in the centre-back area, gives it to Bremer, plays it back to the goalkeeper. And now Bremer has it again. This is good play so far by Nottingham Forest. Centurion back to Willems, man in the middle. Oh, Willems has gone down, edge of the area. And the free kick has been given against Wan-Bissaka. Willems had done him, really. And the United fullback getting none of the ball. Kabayi. Well, I was hoping some of the Forest players might run interference on that shot, but it wasn't happening for us, as the Fleet gets it to Worrell. Oh dear, loose pass, and United have it with Forest pressed forward. Fortunately, Luke Shaw has held on to it long enough that Forest have recovered. But Rashford picks up the ball. It's Cavani, and Zafouik, with an errant pass, finds himself in receipt. And now Nottingham Forest can get going again. Oh, Arcas is through here. Is it a chance? Oh, he's put it wide. Well, he's in excellent form, as you all saw this morning. Great movement from him. Found himself in an excellent position to pull the trigger. And even with a placed shot, he couldn't quite get it on target. And is he going to regret that? Well, fair play to him. He's immediately digging in defensively, doing his duties slightly further back the pitch. Oh, that's a good shot from Van der Beek. But it's right at Samba. And it's going to have to be better than that to beat him. Willems to Arcas. Back to Willems. Arcas again. Tries to lift it over Van der Beek's leg, but can't quite manage it. So United have the ball back here. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. United are a little bit stilted here. They're not really showing too much movement ahead of the ball, and they're forcing themselves into playing this this long ball. As Guerrero goes in, can't quite get to it. Defender does a good job, and Forest have it back. Kabayi to Guerrero, into Centurion, first time shot, first time goal! Raul Centurion with the opening goal of the contest on 32 minutes. He made it look all too easy. Guerrero picking it up with his back to goal, seeing the run of his cohort on the left, playing him in with a lovely weighted ball. Weighted so well, in fact, that Centurion didn't need to even take a touch. Just opened his body up, hit it with the instep, and curved it around Henderson, the goalkeeper. 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. So proceedings restart here with United 1 goal down. Cavani and Worrell battling with each other. The goalkeeper will come out and collect this one. Zafouik. Kabayi. Back to Zafouik again. Fortunate to collect the ball. Oh, Centurion's in again here, takes the shot. Goalkeeper with a superb save. But Jetro Willems with the through ball that time, showing that they're just as much of a threat from wide as they are through the middle. And it's an excellent save from Henderson to keep his team in it. Now Willems with the corner kick. Lolly making moves in the middle, gets his head to the ball. But it flies high and wide of the goal. It'll be a goal kick to Manchester United here. They really need to get themselves back into this. Oh dear, Willems. He's giving it straight to Cavani. James into the middle. Zafouik chasing after it. Marcus Rashford keeping him company. And here come Forest again. Oh, Centurion on the left-hand side once more. And there's the half-time whistle. It signals the end of an absorbing 45 minutes. We've seen Nottingham Forest take a 1-0 lead at the City Ground here. Manchester United will need to be better in this second half if they want to get anything out of the game. No need for any changes here. We're playing very well. I'll be interested to see if United make any changes though. No changes made so far. They're going to have to do something soon though. Ooh, that's a good ball down the left-hand side. Shaw's kept going. He's beaten Zafouik. Not a second time though. Van der Beek on the turn. Good save. Great save from Samba. Too many times we've seen it go in, and you almost expect it to in that kind of situation now. Lolly into Guerrero. Oh, it's a lovely first touch. Unfortunately, the defender read it very well. Now moved out left to Luke Shaw. Worrell underneath this one. Oh, it's a bad pass. Busquets trying to screen the defence. Van der Beek, Cavani, it's 1-1. It's a good finish from Cavani. Decent movement from him. Forest will be a little bit disappointed with their defending in the lead up to that goal, though. See here, Busquets has his man and then completely loses him. And all he has to do is find the finish. So Forest, having huffed and puffed and partially blown the house down, now have to do it all over again. Here's Lolly. Out to Zafweek. Back through to Lolly. Crossed in, Guerrero with the header. Centurion was there, but he couldn't do anything about it. Close, but no cigar for the tricky trees as Henderson restarts play. Knocks it down the middle of the pitch, Cavani underneath it. Neither of the players get their heads to it, and Worrell ends up coming away with the ball here. Is Kabayi out wide to Zafweek, who's in support. Runs it down the wing. Is Guerrero, he's still got the ball. Nearly found the pass for Centurion, but it was a disappointing one in the end. Is Arcas? No, can't quite get to it. And now United may have the opportunity to break in the other direction. Luke Shaw with the ball forward. Marcus Rashford heads it on. Cavani's in on goal here. But Samba is quick to recover, to respond even. And immediately gives the ball out again. Here's Arcas running freely with the ball down the left-hand side. Kabayi trying to get through to Centurion. Here's Willems. Ooh, nearly crossed into the box. James will get the ball unimpeded. Busquets. Pogba picks it up. Lolly wins it off of him. Here's Guerrero. No, he can't quite get to it before it's moved away by the defender. Cavani takes a deflection off of the defender. Samba manages to get a hand to it, and then before Rashford can think of scooping up the loose ball, claims it for his own. Here's Worrell to Zafweek. Worrell was taken down off the ball, it seems. But Forest play on, and Lolly very nearly in there. Good win from Busquets. Not the best ball though. You can see what he was aiming at. He couldn't quite stick the pass. I don't think Lolly was quite expecting it either. Bremer underneath it, heads it back to Samba. Those two understand each other well enough. Look to make some changes now. Zafweek has run himself ragged, so Frimpong comes on in his place. Kabayi's had a good game, but he's going to need a rest now. I think we're going to go for, why not Victor Malejo in that position? Well, you know what we could do? No, I think maybe actually Malejo's the better option in that position. And Guerrero's had a good game, but Hernandez will give us a little bit more pace up front. Let's go for that. So those changes to be made imminently. Kabayi out to Zafweek. Into Lolly here. Kabayi to Guerrero, holds it up well. Out to Kabayi, back to Guerrero. Couldn't quite get to it. And now Rashford has it. And Cavani, Worrell wins the ball, but if the beat can play the right ball, which he doesn't, we could have been in a lot of trouble there with a ball over the top. Bremer to Kabayi. Still Kabayi here. Still Kabayi here. Off. And that will be a goal kick to Manchester United, but what a run by Johan Kabayi, the elder statesman of this team, showing he's still got the energy to really get at the opposition. Henderson managing a low save to his left. It's a good save. Now the change is made. Only really a minute left for the substitutes to make any impact on the game. We'll see if they can, as Cavani wins that header. Busquets into Hernandez, who wins the ball. Oh, Arcas was so nearly played in. And that's the end of proceedings here. Another draw for Nottingham Forest. But it was a good game. Both sets of fans will go away slightly disappointed. United, because they probably felt that they should win this match. And Nottingham Forest, because having gone ahead, well, who wouldn't want to win a match when they were in the lead? So here's the goal, the opening goal, I should say. Centurion played in by Guerrero. It was a lovely finish by the left wing forward. And a lovely bit of setup play by the centre forward. Perfect weight on the pass there, setting it up for him perfectly. And then minutes later, Centurion in again with a chance to double Forest's lead, but an inspired piece of goalkeeping by Henderson, keeping them at bay. Excellent goalkeeping by the young Englishman there. And then this was Lolly's header that went high and wide of the goal. Disappointed not to get it on target. De Beek got this shot off from just outside the box, or just inside the box, sorry. Samba pulling out a great stop there to deny the Dutchman. But eventually the Nottingham Forest defence was breached, and it was again that man Van der Beek who set things up before Cavani really rifled it home. There was no chance of him getting it off target there. And then it was all quiet until the 89th minute when Kabai, running through the United midfield, decided to have a pot shot. And I tell you, it was going in if it wasn't for the goalkeeper. So there we go, on the balance of things, very even game. 1-1, you can't really argue with the final score there. Edinson Cavani getting the Man of the Match award. Don't know if I would agree with that, with Raul Centurion playing as well as he did. Shame that Arcas could only manage a 5, given the fact that he was in such good form today. Here's the rest of the results from today's games. Manchester City picking up 3 points against Crystal Palace. Liverpool beating Chelsea by 3-0. Arsenal 1-0 winners away to Norwich City. And Burnley with a fantastic result against Tottenham, walking away with all 3 points after beating them 1-0. Leicester, Newcastle, Southampton all managing 1-0 victories. Leeds United and West Ham playing out a 0-0 draw. And Wolverhampton Wanderers and Fulham playing out a 2-2 draw. So let's have a look at the table, see how things stand at the moment. Nottingham Forest steady in 6th position in the Premier League table. 11 points off of the league leaders already, and having lost their undefeated record now. But still a lot to play for. At the bottom of the table, you can see Brighton, Fulham and Norwich all taking up familiar positions at the wrong end of the table, with Leeds United slipping closer to the bottom 3 and Burnley and Aston Villa just above them. Again, we'll keep an eye on the situation as regards the relegation zone as we go through the rest of this season. But that's going to do us for another episode of The Forest Job, as we see the news that Kevin De Bruyne has won the World's Best Player award. Next year, it will be Hernandez. Who am I kidding? Until next time, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.